All right, I'm Keith S. Smith. I'm a
All right.
senior associate county attorney with Mecklenburg County. I represent DSS in child abuse, child neglect, and child dependency cases currently.
Okay. So, kind of answered the first one already, but for number one, I have, how would you define your job as a lawyer?
It's always challenging. I do enjoy the fact that I get to help people. I think that's one of the reasons a number of people engage in the practice of law is to help folks.
And then number two, I have, what made you want to become a lawyer?
I like talking, especially when it comes to helping people. That's really the primary focus is I've always had that interest or that commitment to help folk. And I'll give you a real short, long story. When I came out of undergrad, well before you were born, I was supposed to go to law school. Came out of UNC Chapel Hill.
Okay.
Was accepted at UNC Chapel Hill School of Law. Dad passed the summer before, so I decided to go home and help at home. And I kept pushing law school back. So I started grad school, completed grad school. It took me a long time before I went to law school. So I finally went back to Central 12 years after I graduated from college.
Okay. Whew. All right. So the number three. Okay. So number three is, how long have you practiced law?
Been practicing law for the last 18 years.
18 years. Okay. And number four is, what is a normal day / routine for you at work?
There is no normal day.
Okay.
You can go and lay out your entire day. Unless you have a court date scheduled, then that's pretty well scheduled. You just know you have whatever case you had that particular day. But a general day may consist of handling X number of emergency situations. There's always something that's coming up that you don't predict. You'll get calls out of the blue from random people. You'll have people stop by your office to discuss various cases and situations. So there is real no normal day. A normal
Really?
day
So, like,
is,
what kind of emergency
for
stuff would it be?
example, today, someone ODs on heroin yesterday,
Wow.
dies. Dad is also addicted to heroin,
Wow.
and the child needs placement. That's not something
Okay.
that you expect. Fortunately, in this circumstance, there was a paternal grandparent that is
Okay.
available to provide care, but those are types of situations you don't predict. You know, you can sort of predict people with substance abuse issues, needing some assistance, but you don't expect the immediacy of death.
Right. That's obviously an emergency. And number five is, do you belong to a firm? Why or why not?
Work for the government. I work for Mecklenburg County, primarily because I have an interest in helping children.
Right.
I'm not a product of the foster care system directly, but my biological mother actually OD'd drugs.
Oh, wow.
And I was adopted or raised by individuals who essentially served as adopted parents, although
Okay.
they never had any legal paperwork. So it's always sort of been a mission calling me back. And in terms of things I've done in the past, I know in our preliminary discussion, I worked as a probation officer, but I also did child abuse investigations for 10 years.
Okay, cool. That's like totally my route. So anything that's kind of helping kids and youth too, because I feel like, youth is growing and I really don't know about the next generation. So
They'll
of
be
course
okay.
I want to help. And then number six is, tell me about a memorable case or deal / issue that you worked on while working at this firm or organization.
Probably the most challenging case, the most problematic case I recall was a case involving this individual who had a total of 5 biological children, and his wife also had one child who had been injured as a result of a serious traumatic brain injury
Really?
while in Atlanta, Georgia. So they get married, and interestingly enough, they decide to live apart. And the Department of Social Service had investigated them a few times for concerns about neglect of all 6 children. But at a
Okay.
point, they, as I indicated, lived apart. The mother was providing care of the one child who was paraplegic, and the father was taking care of the other 5 children. All right, so we go along. Get all these cases of alleged neglect, alleged abuse. On one occasion, one of the children appears in school with a black eye. And they finally are able, the social work investigators are finally able to get the children away to talk honestly about what's been going on. Child says, "Well, Dad hit me in the eye." All right, that's bad enough. Abuse is bad enough, right?
Oh, so he was just really straightforward with it.
He was finally
Okay.
straightforward. That's bad enough, right? But upon further investigation, we end up finding out that not only has the father physically abused the children, but he's been sexually abusing the
Wow, all six.
All five. We don't know
Five.
about six.
Okay.
We know about the five because they were able to, discuss.
Mhm.
And the oldest child, actually at that point in time, was 17.
Mm.
And she was an excellent student in school, somewhat detached, didn't have any friends or anything in school, but she ends up pregnant. And everybody's like, how does this young lady end up pregnant when she doesn't have
Wow.
any friends? Who's the source of the pregnancy? Her father.
Father, right.
So he is eventually convicted of that.
Wow.
He's doing life for that, and he's convicted of the statutory crimes with the other children. He's doing 48 years for those crimes.
Wow.
Now, the paraplegic daughter,
Mhm.
stepdaughter for him,
Okay.
we don't have any idea if he poked on her because she can't communicate, actually. She's
Right.
paraplegic and cannot communicate. So that's probably the most memorable
Mm.
because it's just nasty.
Right.
It's bad. It's traumatic. And if you looked at the guy, you would never have been able to predict him as an individual
Really?
who would have created or perpetrated these acts. No criminal record. On all our information and background, he came from a pretty good background, good family. But you can't predict.
Wow. Yeah, no. And then number 7 is what are the biggest challenges facing the firm / organization right now?
Probably volume. It's just so many cases of neglect more so than abuse.
Really?
We get cases of traumatic, shaken child type issues. I think they really call it sudden impact trauma now. But it's more the opiates. We still have the cocaine
Okay.
situation. We don't talk a lot about crack addiction anymore, but it's still there. But this opiate thing has gotten really bad. And mental health. We don't talk enough about mental health. Mental health is a significant issue.
No. I feel like we don't really talk about the issue until something comes up,
Right.
dealing
And a lot
with
of
it,
people
or
dealing with
someone
some
passes.
significant,
Yeah.
mental health issues, which it's hard to manage children if you can't manage your own behavior.
Right, and you don't want to take the child away from the parent.
Right.
Because it's not really fair in a way, but it's like, are you actually mentally stable to take care
Yeah,
of the
those are
child?
the most difficult cases.
I could
per
see
se,
why, yeah.
Because most people don't have any control
Right.
over their mental health, whereas you look at substance abuse, it's sort of like a choice at the beginning to take drugs. So we look at that a little differently.
Wow. All right. And number 8 is how do you balance personal time with work and stress? Because I'm sure it can be
That's
pretty
a challenge.
stressful.
That is a challenge. So you have to shut it down at a point. And I used to carry that around all the time and just work, and not detach. But you can't function and you don't really do the families and your clients
Right.
service whenever you don't detach yourself. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you'll just be dreadful all
Right.
the time.
I feel like that's going to be like a hard thing for me.
Especially
At
on
first,
the front-
starting
on
off,
the front end, it is. 'Cause
trying
you
to
care about
balance. Because it seems like these caseloads can get pretty stressful. And that's one thing I'm like, I don't know about that.
And that's
But
probably the biggest thing when you look at social workers that do the job and people that work in this field is just the ability to turn on because they don't. And you see the number of stress-related illnesses.
right, and I don't want to take
causes
that
and
home with me.
everything
So.
that goes along with that work.
Right. And the next question is, what is your approach or philosophy to winning or representing a case?
Well, your goal is always to do the best you can do for your client. I represent Mecklenburg County, so my primary goal is to protect the interests of Mecklenburg County. But doing that, my primary goal is always the best interest of children. You always want to make sure that children are safe. When you can preserve families, you do your best to preserve families. As a prosecutor, my goal was to make sure that we did justice. I served as an assistant district attorney up in Warren County for 4 years. So that was different. You have to make sure that what is doing justice.
Right.
Is that always sending somebody to jail or prison? No, I don't think that's always a good outcome.
Right. That's
People
definitely
need
a
second chances.
argument now, what people define justice as.
And justice is not equal, to tell you the truth, which is a whole nother topical area.
It is. It's definitely, yeah, it is definitely a whole nother topic. But justice is definitely an issue that I know a lot of people kind of would debate on. Because what do you really consider justice? Is it the person serving the right amount of time? That's
I think
a
it's fair
tricky one.
outcomes
Yeah.
across the board for everyone who participates in the so-called criminal justice system. And I don't think people get fair outcomes all the time, or equitable outcomes.
Right, I agree. The next question is describe a time or case where you had to make an unpopular decision.
There's so many circumstances where you had to make unpopular decisions, but once again, with my caseload, our goal is to make sure that children are safe.
Right.
And sometimes that requires children being detached or removed from their parents. That's not popular, but sometimes it's the right thing to do.
Okay. And the next one is tell me about a time when you agreed to work on too many projects and had to prioritize.
It's almost constant that we have too many cases and too many projects, but the goal is, once again, you do the best you can do based upon the parameters that you have set. And if I can't handle it, I ask for help.
Right.
And I think our colleagues, my team that I work with, we do a good job of helping one another out, so that's very good.
That's good too, yeah, because that's another thing I was worried about is prioritizing. Because even in college, you have to prioritize. Obviously, okay, am I gonna do this? Or am I gonna go out first? Stuff like that. But I feel like prioritizing is definitely a thing that I'm worried about because I tend to be like my mom and like take on too much stuff, and then try to work to the deadline and get this done and get that done. But it's like I took too much stuff to do in the first place.
And
So
sometimes, and I've
me,
done that before, but as I've aged, I've gotten away from that as much because you can't do everything.
right?
And it's hard. When you're younger, it's like, I'm super
Yeah, that's why I'm
person,
like, oh, I
can
wanna
it
do this.
all, I can handle this. But the reality is,
Right. Okay, and the last question is what advice do you have for new and aspiring lawyers? Or I'm going to change it actually. What advice do you have for new and aspiring lawyers or anybody else entering the law enforcement, criminal justice field?
I think live your passion. If you have a sincere belief, this is what you want to do, claim it, do it. Put your energy and effort into it. I think the field of law is a great opportunity for individuals who are interested in being attorneys. We need more
Right.
attorneys of color. The stat, I think, is maybe 3 to 5% of our nation's attorneys are people of color. We definitely need more. As far as law enforcement,
Yeah.
we need more individuals of color in law enforcement. And it's not race-based, but you need diversity.
Right, you need a good
diversity of
representation.
experience. Even as a prosecutor, I was the only African-American prosecutor in the office.
Oh, wow.
And when you see X number of African-American individuals charged with crimes coming in, unfortunately, sometimes they don't get the right deal because they don't see people that look like them.
Right.
You have Caucasians or majority folks charged with the same offense, but they may get a different outcome. And we need to be all a part of the process. Every ethnicity, every gender, everyone needs to be a part of it. So the advice would be, once again, grab it. If you believe in it, do it.
Alrighty. So thank you for your time. And
Thank you
that's
for
the
the
end of
opportunity to
interview.
talk to you.